working on her pull up, bang, working on her midi, working on her mid-range game, 15 to 17 feet out, being able to create some space for herself. Yes, this looks embarrassingly slow. No, it is not in slow motion. This is just what we have to work with right now.
Fans of the basketball player are fans of the sport of basketball. But, yeah. If you guys thought that people weren't going to care, 1.7 million views.
Back in the gym, working on her pull up, bang, working on her midi, working on her mid-range game, 15 to 17 feet out, being able to create some space for herself. Yes, this looks embarrassingly slow. No, it is not in slow motion. This is just what we have to work with.
Something strange is happening in the WNBA right now. And if you've paid any attention to social media over the past few weeks, you probably felt the buzz. Viral workout videos are flooding our feeds, showcasing players improving everything from their footwork to their three-point stroke. But not all these workouts are created equal. Some are meticulous, carefully crafted sessions aimed at real game day results, while others feel more like publicity stunts. With the 2025 season lurking around the corner, fans can't help but ask who's really grinding for a championship and who's just chasing clout. The Indiana Fever have captured the internet's heart and millions of views with a series of workout videos that feel like a masterclass in basketball fundamentals. Each clip shows a razor-sharp focus on specialized drills. You'll see Aaliyah Boston perfecting footwork, Lexi Hull fine-tuning her three-point release, and Caitlin Clark in the background orchestrating pick-and-roll sequences that look like they belong in a textbook. The women in these sessions aren't just casually shooting around. They're practicing with a clear blueprint. Every dribble, pivot, and release is aligned with an overarching offensive philosophy. What makes these workouts stand out is their authenticity. It's not about flashy filters or choreographed cameo appearances. The Fever's coaches, including player development specialist Keith Porter, are hands-on, barking out directions, adjusting post moves on the fly, and pushing each athlete to address specific weaknesses. When Boston lost some efficiency late last season, the staff pinpointed the issue. Defenders had begun predicting her favored moves. Now she's drilling counterattacks and left-handed finishes, ensuring nobody can lock her down the same way twice. This laser focus has turned an ordinary off-season into a gripping spectacle. Every day, fans tune in to see something new, another piece of the Fever's championship puzzle falling into place. But the scariest part for rival teams isn't just these carefully honed drills. It's the synergy behind them. Players aren't operating in isolation. They're studying each other's tendencies, forging a unified system that builds on Clark's uncanny court vision. Each role is distinct yet complementary, laying the groundwork for an offense that might be unstoppable once the regular season tips off. From the outside looking in, it's a perfect storm of commitment and collaboration. The only question is, can they keep this momentum rolling once the real games begin? While the Fever's training clips exude purpose, Angel Reese's leaked footage tells a different story, or at least hints at one. In a video that allegedly came out in response to the Fever's skyrocketing popularity, Reese is seen putting up long jumpers and three-point shots. Her supporters rushed to celebrate the sign that she's back in the gym, but critics weren't so sure. Even casual viewers started asking, where's the emphasis on inside scoring? Why isn't she working on post moves? The immediate suspicion was that this was a PR push, not a reflection of serious development. After all, Reese's struggles last season were painfully clear in the paint. If she's missing easy layups at a troubling clip, shouldn't an off-season training regimen focus on cleaning up that core deficiency? And yet, here she was, shooting from far beyond the arc, an area she rarely ventures into during actual games. To some, it looked like a forced attempt to appear as versatile as the Indiana Fever players who were garnering so much positive attention. That knee-jerk cynicism might sound harsh, but context matters. Reese spent a good chunk of the previous season making off-court appearances, building her personal brand, and racking up social media attention. The new footage debuted almost immediately after the Fever's workout videos started racking up millions of views. Fans across Twitter and online forums quickly drew their own conclusions. Reese's PR team wanted to prove she was also putting in the work. But was it a genuine strategic move aimed at improving her game, or merely a reaction to someone else's spotlight? The timing couldn't have been more suspicious. Opinions aside, the stats offer cold, hard truth. Reese's struggles within 5 feet of the hoop are legendary by now. She shot just 44.5% at point-blank range. Compare that to Aaliyah Boston, who hovered around 55.2% in her rookie campaign. Boston's approach is straightforward. Keep refining the most critical skills for a post player: footwork, timing, and touch near the rim. Reese, on the other hand, seems focused on perimeter shots that rarely factor into her typical shot selection. To put it mildly, it's a head-scratcher. Even more startling are Reese's numbers between 5 and 9 feet, a brutal sub-15% success rate. That means if she's not right under the basket, her efficiency plummets. For a 6 feet 3 inches post player, that's catastrophic. It's the exact zone where so many bigs rely on a baby hook, a quick turnaround jumper, or a simple power move to dominate shorter defenders. Reese's troubles that can't be shrugged off as a minor slump. They indicate fundamental mechanical issues, ones that require immediate intervention if she hopes to remain a fixture in the league. To add insult to injury, nearly 40% of Reese's rebounds last season were off her own misses. While racking up second-chance boards can be a great stat, it becomes glaringly negative if she's missing so many close-range shots in the first place. The pattern suggests someone who throws up a low-percentage shot tracks it down and tries again, often with the same flawed form. This cycle artificially boosts her rebounding numbers while shining a bright light on her biggest shortcoming, finishing at the rim. In short, if you looked up failing upward in a basketball dictionary, Reese's inside game might be the prime example. It's not as though Angel Reese has lacked solid mentorship. Lisa Leslie, a WNBA icon, publicly offered to help Reese overhaul her technique, with a particular focus on, you guessed it, finishing at the rim. Shaquille O'Neal, the Hall of Fame center known for punishing defenders with unstoppable post moves, has also hinted that Reese needs to tighten her paint presence if she wants to thrive. Instead of embracing these giant beacons of knowledge, Reese's training footage shows her launching threes in an empty gym, looking more like someone auditioning for a guard spot than a forward who needs to shore up her biggest weaknesses. Naturally, fans and analysts are asking, why ignore proven advice? Is she chasing viral highlights over genuine solutions? This cynicism isn't just a knee-jerk reaction. The absence of the Chicago Sky coaching staff in Reese's public practice footage raises eyebrows. If these sessions were legitimate team-led drills, you'd expect a coach giving pointers, adjusting footwork, or emphasizing set plays. Instead, Reese seems to be flying solo, with a camera as her only companion, fueling the belief that the session is about crafting an image rather than reworking her fundamentals. Granted, nobody can fault a player for wanting to improve outside of official team practices. Greats like Kobe Bryant famously put in countless hours by themselves. But this situation doesn't carry the aura of a personal Mamba mentality. It looks more like a band-aid to quell criticisms, especially in light of the Fever's rigorous and transparent approach. While Reese is releasing glossy Instagram stories and curated clips, her glaring weaknesses remain, by her own choice, unaddressed in the public eye. Veterans in professional sports will tell you that year 2 can define your entire career. Opposing coaches have film on you, defenses know your tendencies, and the rookie surprise factor disappears. It's the season when a player either evolves and cements herself in the league or shows that the hype was a short-lived burst of potential. Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, for instance, never stopped adding new elements to their game. Each offseason they asked, how do I push further? That drive to improve propelled them to multi-decade careers. Caitlin Clark appears to be following that trajectory. Even after a breakout rookie season, she's addressing weaknesses in her ball handling and mid-range shot, areas that caused trouble when defenders pressured her. She's not resting on her laurels. She's diagnosing issues and drilling solutions. It's no coincidence that fans and analysts are already placing her among the potential greats. Reese, however, is flirting with a dangerous gamble. If she doesn't adjust her approach, her second year could become an extended highlight reel of missed layups, ineffective perimeter shots, and diminishing playing time. The WNBA isn't known for offering multiple second chances. Roster spots are precious, and front offices have short patience for players who stall their growth. By the time year 3 rolls around, you either prove you belong, or you risk being pushed to the fringes of the league. Reese's brand value, though lucrative now, could quickly fade if her on-court performances don't match the off-court hype. Here's where the contrast becomes almost too loud to ignore. The Fever, collectively, are building a culture of continuous progress. Each player has a defined role in a system that capitalizes on Clark's passing wizardry. Lexi Hull is training to be a lethal catch-and-shoot threat, perfect for those quick kickouts. Aaliyah Boston is zeroing in on improved post play and counters for double teams, ensuring she remains unstoppable even when opponents swarm. The entire blueprint revolves around synergy, each improvement a piece in an intricate puzzle. Meanwhile, Reese's training narrative seems largely unconnected to any larger scheme or team-based plan. Of course, the Chicago Sky have their strategies, but it's not apparent they're aligning with Reese's posted workouts, especially when no coach or teammate is present in her practice clips. If she really plans to be a central figure for the Sky, logic dictates that her skill development would revolve around the specific roles her team needs her to fill, primarily dominating the paint. Instead, she's out there pretending to be Steph Curry, ignoring the gaping hole in her inside game. Some fans speculate it's a savvy marketing move. Portray yourself as an all-around threat, snag more endorsements, and keep your name trending on social media. But the WNBA is a results-driven business. One viral video isn't enough to mask consistent inefficiency. The Fever's path spells out a slow burn toward a title-contending roster. Reese's gamble, on the other hand, looks like a short-term publicity stunt that might come back to haunt her. If she doesn't produce wins, fans and sponsors will eventually shrug and move on to the next big thing. This tension between viral fame and genuine skill building reveals a lot about how sports have evolved in the social media age. Players are no longer just athletes. They're public figures, brand ambassadors, and content creators. Balancing those roles can be tricky. Caitlin Clark and the rest of the Indiana Fever are leveraging social media to highlight real improvement, offering fans a peek behind the curtain of daily sweat and grind. Reese's approach seems reversed. Start with the spotlight, then sprinkle in some on-court content to maintain the buzz. That might work for a while. After all, big personalities often keep fans entertained. But a time bomb is ticking. The WNBA, while smaller in scale than the NBA, is fiercely competitive. The moment Reese's brand value no longer outweighs her subpar performances, the conversation shifts from Angel Reese, social media star, to remember that viral rookie who never panned out. Beyond Reese's personal storyline, the stakes are bigger for the league itself. The WNBA is on the cusp of mainstream breakthrough. Rivalries, dynamic rookies, and a rapidly growing fan base all contribute to a sense that the next few seasons could redefine women's basketball. If more players follow the Fever's example, prioritizing structured skill development and transparency, fans might see a new era of competitiveness. If others opt for Reese's style, jumping to social media hype before establishing a solid game, they risk tarnishing the league's overall potential. Which path becomes the league's prevailing trend? That's the question fans, analysts, and sponsors will be watching closely. The dual storylines of the Indiana Fever and Angel Reese shine a bright spotlight on what it means to truly prepare for greatness. One side is forging a cohesive roadmap, each member laser-focused on filling a crucial role in a system designed to conquer. The other side is projecting a star persona, banking on high-profile visibility to keep the hype alive. Both approaches have short-term benefits, but only one seems built for longevity. Now, with the 2025 season on the horizon, every eye is glued to see how it all unfolds. Will the Fever's meticulous plan culminate in a championship run that sends shockwaves through the league? Or will Reese silence her doubters by suddenly revealing a revamped inside game, proving that her viral footage was only one facet of a grander strategy? The truth, as always, will be revealed on the court. One thing's certain, the lines between hype and hard work are more blurred than ever. For fans, that means buckle up, because this season promises to be as dramatic as it is unpredictable. Let's see who thrives once the real pressure kicks in, and who's left scrambling to pick up the pieces.